Hi, Scorpio. This is your tarot reading, or your tarot or oracle. I never know until I turn around what you're going to get. Reading for the month of December for all Scorpio signs. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in Scorpio. I'm getting some repressed energy. Some repressed energy going on with you all. Repressed judgment. It could be self-judgment. It may be repressed energy that you're dealing with coming from others. Opposition and worry. With some relationship grief. Relationship grief, sorrow, shame, blame. And are you getting support in the action? I'm getting like the Mars energy. Are you getting proper support in the relationship area? Like I feel like it's about to bubble over, but because it's repressed. Judgment, communication. There's some anger there because it's repressed. In your feelings. But lack of support. I feel like you're feeling like you're getting lack of support in something. I am getting throat chakra and third eye. Not feeling comfortable or that you're free to express yourself quite right. And then maybe clouding your vision or your wisdom. And for some of you, yeah, clouding your vision or your wisdom. And that's because you're feeling lack of support is what I'm getting. But some of you, this is also coming down to sacral chakra, healing, and love. Might be all love for yourself. Maybe not having enough love for yourself is dealing with your insecurities. I'm getting your emotions. And it might be clouding your creativity. All right, well, let's see. For Scorpio, for the month of December. Well, this one doesn't speak up much, and it doesn't have much to say usually. So it may only have like one or two things. What's going on in the core? What's going on with the core? I am following a path I love and am fully aligned to my soul purpose. This may be a question for you. This may be a question for you, asking you if indeed this is true. Are you following, what you feel is your soul purpose? It's called finding bliss. So, this may be a question for you, like I said. And then the next card is the present. I fully experience every moment of my life by living in the present. So if you're living in the present, are you connected to it with happiness? Are you? It may be a question for you right now. Are you connected to it with happiness? Are you connected to it by feeling aligned with it? Do you feel like you're on your own true soul mission? Do you feel like you're going in the right direction? Or are you really dealing with some self-judgment? I'm still picking up the sacral chakra. Now they switched. Maybe it was just a question for you in the beginning. We'll see if they're meant to talk again. I don't even have to shuffle. First thing that's coming out is the Six of Wands. This is the warrior returning home. This could be you coming home to yourself in a way. It is the warrior king, the returning victory. It is Jupiter. It could be a Leo of significance. Tell me what is up with the core energy for... Spirit just said chakras. Okay, with Jupiter just moving into Capricorn, and with, what is it? With Pluto here, with Saturn here. It's ruled by Saturn. With Venus here up until mid-month. You also have Ceres here, and Jupiter just moved. I mean, this sign is completely loaded right now, and it is messing with people's body because Jupiter only moves once a year, and it is the liver and it is the kidneys. But in Capricorn is also representing the skeleton itself, the bones, the skin, the teeth. So I mean, people's chakras are all out of whack when Jupiter makes its yearly move, kind of shocks things up and then starts to reevaluate them. So I'm just giving you that because Spirit is pulling me into the chakras at this moment. You have the Prince of Pentacles, slow and steady. I'm getting that across the board for a lot of people right now. This is the warrior returning home. The warrior being, we love you. We're so glad you returned. Things are, are wonderful. We missed you. Coming back into your power, being thankful for the return. But this is slow and steady. Slow and steady also wins the race. It's the Prince of Pentacles. It is mastery of serenity. It is also dealing with Aquarius, Capricorn, or Pisces. But it's strengthening your inner resources is what this is. So you may be coming back to yourself, but you may be going through a strengthening of inner resources. And they're giving me throat chakra and confidence right now. So this may have to do with your creative expression outwardly. The Queen of Wands, finding inspiration. Finding inspiration, finding motivation. She's very strong temperament. Now, if you've followed me for a while, you also know anytime that cheetah shows up, this has to do with changing who we are. Anytime the cheetah shows up for me in any cards, this has to do with changing who we are, leveling up, changing our DNA, in ways of spiritual, soulful healing and changing and maturing. This is the Queen of Wands. She's been down the path before. She's the Queen of Fire. She's the Queen of Passion. She's the Queen of Action. But she's also inspiration and motivation. So this may be coming back to yourself, but taking time to figure it out of exactly who and what you want to be, or where that Queen of Wands is taking you. And this could be a fire sign, a Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo of significance as well. What else is going on in the core energy? What else is going on in the core energies for Scorpio? Nine of Wands. And I don't care what nobody says the Nine of Wands are. See those eyes? Everybody is watching. Whether it's soulfully, spiritually, or just physically and in the third dimensional world. Everyone is watching. This is spiritual growth. This is being alert, but also seeing the truth. This is the third eye. This is moving forward. Journey into the unknown with confidence. But like I said, everybody is watching to see what you're going to do. That's what I pick up with this card. All right, what's going on outside of Scorpio? And something just said, for somebody, that's a Sagittarius. That's all I know. What's going on outside is the Star card. This could be the light that's showing you the way, if you're paying attention, if you're allowing your own eyes to show you the way. The star illuminates the way, but from a darker aspect. Kind of like the sun is illuminating, the star is the wish. It's the night star. It's like the North Star. It's the hope. It's the light keeper that brings the light in from the chaos. It is the blessings. But I always connect stuff to Hebrew. I mean, first off, look, it even looks like a heart. Okay, it looks like a heart. And what I'm getting here is like coming through the spider webs. I don't know, but that's what I'm getting when I'm looking at this right now. Like coming through the spider webs. Like pulling yourself up and out of them. Even though it's supposed to be a star, what I'm getting is breaking through the spider webs when I look at this time. But in Hebrew, the star card also speaks to you of the hook. So it's asking you to really pay attention, kind of like the Queen of Wands. When you go fishing and you cast your fishing line out there, you're not wanting to get the smallest fish in the river or the ocean or the sea, right? You want the big fish. So when you go after your wishes, your dreams, your ambitions, why aren't you going after the big fish? Why aren't you going after what is truly desirable in here? But the Queen of Wands is asking you, truthfully, because she's been down the road. She's seen the bullshit. She's been taken advantage of, learned her lessons, grown mature, and become the queen. She's asking you, what is truly desirable? Will you see the truths and go after what truly is desirable, or will you just pick the egotistical way out? This has to do with true self-expression of what it is you desire, you want, you need, and the truth within it, and knowing how to speak it so that you are able to create it. All right, what is going on in up close and personal? Up close and personal. Up close and personal. This could be friends. This could be family. This could be your children. This could be your parents. This could be lovers. It's up close and personal. Spirit is saying also you got some third eye energy going on in this area as well. So this could be your vision, your imagination, your wisdom, and this area. What you see. And what will you do with what you see and continue to create it? You are getting the 10 of Pentacles. This is a Gemini or a Virgo. You could be feeling like you're sitting pretty right now in a relationship. Whether it's, like I said, a relationship or, you know, friends, lovers, family. You may be feeling like you're sitting pretty at this moment. No. That was just the cards, in fact, telling me that they're warm, so they're listening. What else is going on in up close and personal? I'm still getting Sag. For somebody, you definitely have something going on with Sag. You're sitting up, you're sitting comfy, personal. I mean, it's up close and personal. You're sitting pretty comfy. You're feeling pretty good about things. That's a Gemini and a Virgo, possibly. This is the 7 of Wands. This is also a Leo. This is speaking to you of valor. This is speaking to you of courage. This could be talking to you about not getting lazy. Like I said, I'm getting third eye. So this could be vision, wisdom, imagination, seeing the truth. What else is going on in up close and personal for Scorpio? Up close and personal. Up close and personal. If you don't have something to say, I'm going to switch to another deck. Up close and personal for Scorpio. You got the Wheel of Fortune coming through. So this is definitely telling you to seize the day. Go after what it is you want. But I'm being told that all is going to have to do with your creative expression as to how that wheel is going to turn. If you are not actually speaking it, if you're not having courage, if you're not going after it, that wheel will just stay the same. It will not turn for you. This is why I said for a second, I feel like you're very comfortable with what's been going on, but you're being told, you know, don't get too comfortable. If you want something, you got to go after it. Don't get lazy, because that's going to bring you to the Wheel of Fortune. But if you're getting lazy, you may miss what the wheel is offering you. And these, whatever the relationship is. But yet, you're getting the Hermit, which is another Virgo. So you may be dealing with Pisces, you may be dealing with, not Pisces, Sagittarius, because it just keeps coming up, and Virgo. But this could also be the Hermit. The Hermit, he's always finding the light in the darkness. So there might be, like I said, there might be something there that you're acknowledging. It may take throughout the month to acknowledge it and figure it out, but definitely speak. I want to say speak your mind, but, you know, speak your creative truths. Be willing to speak your creative truths. But I always put the Hermit as spiritually finding himself somewhat like the Hanged Man. Goes into the darkness, goes into the meditation, goes into, let me find the light in the darkness. But you're getting the Wheel of Fortune. Like I said, it's just something about this is, don't be lazy. Something about this is, there's work that you have to do in order to make this Wheel of Fortune turn. And something that you are meant to acknowledge. What am I missing? What am I missing for up close and personal for Scorpio? What am I missing for up close and personal for Scorpio? What am I missing for up close and personal for Scorpio? This is a lotus flower, so that has definitely something to do with the Hermit. Because when I see the lotus flower, I always speak of the way I speak of it in astrology. What I'm getting is, you might be afraid to take the action you want to take in whatever relationship of up close and personal this is. You may have fear of it. You may be afraid to take the proper action or to speak what you might have to say. You might be afraid you'll lose maybe your position in it of some form. You may lose it altogether. But this is a moment of growth. This is why seize the day is saying you're not going to grow anyway if you're not going inward, if you're not elevating. When I see it in astrology, I always explain it as the lotus flower grows. It's a very spiritually highly evolved flower, and that's the way we look at it soulfully. But it grows in a swamp. So on astrology level, when I get communicating with people, there's 3 levels of the lotus flower and its growth. First off, it starts growing in the swampy waterland, and it can't see the light from shit, okay? Because it's in the swamp. But eventually, it grows up, and it gets right to where the water meets the air. That frothy middle land. It's not really above, and it's not really below anymore. It's kind of in the float as it's stretching for the sky. Hasn't really found its true liftoff yet. It hasn't really started to stretch for the sky in the way of where the bloom is starting to come out. This is asking you, in this relationship, you might be very comfortable. This could just be comfortable instead of really going after what you want. Are you getting what you want? Because if you don't speak up, you never will. Seize the day and take the chance. Because in one form, like I said, you're having repressed energy going on, and you're in your feelings on some level about this. You have the Hermit coming in with the lotus flower asking you, well, where are you in these relationships, these up close and personal relationships? Are you on the level of the lotus flower? Are you stuck in the swamp and you can't see the light from the end of day, and you've just gotten to where you're like, fine, that's acceptable? Or are you actually starting to go after your true desires, but you're at a point where you're not quite sure if they'll ever come? You know what I'm saying? Or are you finally getting to where you're stretching past that frothy middle land and you're stretching up to where you're going to bloom? The point is if you're not stretching to the bloom, what's keeping you where you're at? That's the question. And like I said, right off the bat, you were being asked, I am following a path I love, and I am fully aligned with my soul purpose. It's kind of coming right back to that. If the relationships in your life aren't supporting your life, your creativity, your soulfulness, what's the worth in them? You are also being asked, I fully experience every moment of my life by living in the present. Are you? Are you going after what you want? Because the next card out is Neptune. Neptune speaks to us of spirit, of our soulfulness, but it also speaks to us of magic. And magic has no right or wrong. Magic has no positive or negative. Only what we do with our magic is what dictates how it will be positive or negative. It is where fantasy smacks you in the face with harsh reality. If you are creating from a negative aspect, then you're going to continue to create negatively. This is what I'm saying. It questions you on where is illusion versus delusion. Where can illusion be created into magic versus full-on delusional ain't never going to happen? Magic, Neptune, and spirit, because there is no magic without spirit. So what are you feeding your spirit in these relationships? Seems to be the question. Is there anything else for up close and personal at this moment? Look, you can't make this up. It opened straight up that way in my hand. What was I just saying? There is no magic without spirit, without your soulfulness. I think they pretty much just put it to everything that I was just saying. And the next card out is Scorpio. And this is who we're talking about. So this is about transformational changes within the relationships. And really, don't be afraid to go after what you want. But you also need to release your bitterness and your anger in order to find it. Now, what is going on in the goals, the dreams, finances for Scorpio? Goals, dreams, finances. Two of Pentacles. In a form, this is you coming back to yourself, and in order for you to get on track with those dreams, goals, finances, it's important for you to come back into your true light and dark selves and coming into a balance. This is forever changing. Forever changing. This is your equilibrium, your own personal companionship with your own light and darkness. This is the never-ending soulfulness, the way I see it, and how you bring abundance to yourself by truly accepting yourself. But I just keep getting, there's fears. You're stuck in survival mode. That's being caused by grief, is what I'm getting. What else? Overwhelmed burdens is what I'm getting. Those are all energies of Neptune that will recreate negative because you're focusing on them. Like I said, if you're on that level of the lotus flower and you can't see, the positives because you're stuck in the shit, the swamp, this is about starting. I'm getting a great big skull coming in behind me. This is about transformational changes, letting go of the dead and let the dead be to the dead. It's basically what I was just told. Let the dead go to the dead. Accept who you are on all of your levels. Make peace with yourself. And then this is going to start shifting everything for you from there on out. This is actually very good energy. It's just at the moment when we're going through energies like this, it never feels quite good. Temperance. Like I said, come to peace with self. Come to peace with self. And I keep saying Sagittarius for you. This is balance. Divine. Restart. This is healing of the soul. Temperance is. It's going perfectly with this, aligning your light and dark, coming into acceptance of it, and allowing yourself to regrow and mature from there. This one. Then take that curiosity and relight the Neptune. Relight that magic. Take your curiosity. This is looking for those ships that are coming in. This is Three of Wands. This is Aries. This is where the new beginning will start to take place because you've done this work and started creating on a new, healthier level. This is saying, yeah, you're not gonna see everything you want this month, but this is putting you in the right direction. I'm getting a lot of that this month. A lot of we're in hold because we have just enough being pushed in our face to force us in the right way. So, and for you, I'm hearing some of this is just going to be anger that you're going to be like, I'm done with. I'm done with it altogether. And then it's going to redirect those goals, those dreams. No. Those goals, those dreams, even your financial career or success, because I'm hearing success, end and beginning. This is death. It is the endless dance of death, killing the ego. It is the end of the cycle, so a brand new one can begin. Seems like it's following you through all areas of your life. And I have a cat sitting in front of me right now, which happens to be yin and yang, black and white. I love you guys. You have all the magic you need with you. The question is, what side of Neptune's energy are you tapping into? Because that will have everything to do with where you're going. And that's all free will. I love you guys. Bye.